Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Regina Robinson, and I serve as one of the co-bill directors of the New Jersey chapter of In Workplace Abuse. Thank you for being here and lending your support to this critical cause for justice for Bonnie. At the end of the show, we'll be hosting an open chat for anyone that would like to join us. Thank you.
You know, the Blue Phoenix is rising for love's sake. You know, love always prevails. I've danced with a heavy heart. I've had pains I tried to ignore. I've worked earnestly to do my part. I'd have people deceive me that I cared for. I've taken flight for the sake of love. I crashed. I burned. I heard heaven's call from above. Rise from these ashes and receive what you've earned. You don't have to feel you're bored. Love create and do your chores. Reap them seeds, the fruit of love. Tell the story, Blue Phoenix rising. I've been bored with the mundane. I listened as spirit called my name. Rise, blazing bird, and sing your healing song. Love wide and live long. Harvest the fruit of the seed you've sown. Feel the blessings of the big heart you've grown. You don't have to feel you're bored. Love create and do your chores. Reap your seeds of fruit of love. Tell the story, Blue Phoenix rising. Eternal love fuels your fire. Your life will always inspire happiness, triumph, and smiles. Health, wealth, and smiles. Passionate heart, rise. Sing healing tones, rise. Live on purpose, rise. Goddess of love, rise.
I got your love all inside of me. You keep your love and confide in me. All on my back, you be riding me. Black man don't run, don't behind me. African queen, she be my love. Cushion my blood, we be high love. We got this real thing, black like a tri-ring. Give me power, this black love.
You don't have the phoenix is the healing bird. The phoenix is a rebirth, rejuvenation, the new beginning, the healer. The phoenix is my heart. Tell the story. The phoenix is my heart. You don't have to feel you're bored. It's time to heal the world. Love, create, and do your chores. It's time to heal the world. Reap the seeds of fruit of love.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Heartbreak and outrage at Lincoln University.
Damn, Mosey has got to go!
The Missouri HBCU, founded by former enslaved people more than 150 years ago, now at the center of a national controversy.
We will honor Dr. Bailey. She will not be dismissed by this institution.
This was the scene around the college town just weeks after senior administrator Antoinette Candia Bailey died by suicide in January.
We need the university to know that we're hurting and we need some type of help and transparency in order for us to move forward.
Why do you think it struck such a nerve and sparked such a conversation?
It was shocking, and I think there was a lot of fear that if the experiences that Black women are going through are not being paid attention to, that they can have really devastating results.
Before her death, the vice president of student affairs, known affectionately around campus as Dr. Bonnie, alleged that she was harassed and bullied by her colleagues, including the university president, John B. Mosley.
Her death rocked the nation even beyond academic spaces, but I think for Black women in academia, it was definitely a wake-up call.
In a statement, the university called Candia Bailey's death tragic and hired an outside firm to investigate her claims. The university president, Mosley, was recently reinstated after what the board of curators called an exhaustive independent investigation, which found no evidence that Dr. Mosley bullied Dr. Candia Bailey. Those close to her reacting to the investigation's results.
My confidence in the thoroughness of the investigation is zero. Bonnie was not a person to mince words, or if she felt bullied, if she felt unheard, unseen, then that's what it was. It's frustrating.
ABC News reached out to the university and Mosley and didn't hear back. In a statement, Mosley said, "Our thoughts and prayers have been and continue to be with Dr. Bailey's family, friends, and our campus community. I am grateful to the Board of Curators for their faith in me and their vote of confidence." Candia Bailey's tragic death, putting a harsh spotlight on the struggles and hurdles that many Black women say they face in higher education and beyond. Social media lighting up.
The suicide of Dr. Antoinette Candia Bailey has me hot. I mean, hot like pissed hot.
With women sharing their reactions.
I see myself and so many of you guys in her.
And their own experiences.
Black women are taught to be strong all the time, and nobody wants to care about our pain. It is literally killing us.
In recent months, some of the most prominent Black women at the highest levels of academia publicly ousted.
Texas A&M has agreed to pay Dr. Kathleen McElroy as part of a settlement agreement.
Harvard President Claudine Gay is stepping down.
Recent data shows Black women account for about 2% of tenured professors in colleges and universities across the country.
Tenure is the highest status that you can achieve at a university. So Black women get hired, but they aren't getting tenure, and they aren't being moved through that process.
That uphill battle, something Candia Bailey was aware of. After graduating from Lincoln University in 1998, the Chicago native spent more than 20 years climbing the ladder of academia. Here she is in 2016 at a thesis competition at North Carolina A&T State University.
Attempts need to be addressed to look at how African American women can increase and advance in higher education. These factors also link to being treated like the help, the outsider within, keeping them away from the table.
I love the orange because, you know, it's kind of vibrant like her personality.
LaDonna Flanagan is Candia Bailey's aunt.
Bonnie was a very caring and kind, selfless person. She loved very hard, and I know that's why so many people loved and gravitated to her.
When she got hired by Lincoln University, it was a dream come true.
Basically captured the heart of our relationship, which was always laughing.
Omega Tillman and Candia Bailey were sorority sisters.
When she got the interview, she sent us this text message like, I'm trying to get the VP job, and I really, really need you to pray because I really want this.
But the sweet dream soon soured. After 9 months on the job, Candia Bailey was terminated. 5 days later, the 49-year-old died by suicide, leaving behind a scathing note where friends say she alleged being bullied at work.
Basically, it says, you intentionally harassed and bullied me and got satisfaction from sitting back to determine how you would ensure I failed as an employee. I absolutely feel like she felt like she had to be Superwoman. She had in her mind, I've got to make sure that I don't fail, because I feel like that's what they're expecting.
Pressures Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones knows all too well.
It's a struggle to be respected. It's a struggle to be heard. There's so many obstacles, and often the higher you ascend, the lonelier it gets.
Hannah-Jones made headlines for initially being denied tenure at the University of North Carolina's journalism school, her alma mater, in 2021. After some university board members reportedly opposed her appointment because of her involvement with her award-winning 1619 project, which chronicled the history of Black Americans.
You can play the game, and then they'll just change the rules of the game on you. So that is the frustration that so many Black women have. Even when we have tried to make ourselves undeniable, in the end, we can be denied, and it has nothing to do with our work ethic, our ambition, or our talent.
The New York Times journalist ended up taking a tenure position at Howard University, an HBCU.
We're talking about academia, but more broadly, do you think that there is more work to be done in corporate America, in just America, to make it where Black women can not only be, but thrive?
These conversations are not about handouts. They're not about giving Black women something that they don't have the ability to earn on themselves. It's simply about being fair and allowing Black women to live up to their full potential so that our entire society can benefit.
Everybody experiences stress related to employment, but study after study after study has shown that Black women specifically experience disproportionate amounts of stress.
Clinical psychologist Inger Burnett Ziegler studies the mental health of Black women. According to the CDC, Black and other women of color tend to be evaluated more harshly than men and white women as they navigate harmful stereotypes at work.
The stereotype of the angry Black woman, the stereotype of the strong Black woman, the stereotype of the hypersexual Black women.
All this, experts say, can lead some Black women to face mental health struggles.
The number one thing that I believe Black women can do to protect their mental health is establish very clear boundaries. Being a strong Black woman can come with taking on too much, feeling like you just can't take it anymore. And often we don't recognize it until it's gone too far.
Meanwhile, the next generation of Black women academics are forging their own community. Ijama Kola is a history professor at the University of Notre Dame. She founded Cohort Sisters 4 years ago.
So that's where Cohort Sisters really came in. This idea that we're not alone. We have one another. We have this community, this rich community of doctoral scholars that we can lean on and that we can support.
It really had me reflecting on my own experience with mental health and what kind of resources I had access to as a PhD student.
If you are going through something, just post it on the platform. People will encourage you. We might not have an answer, but somebody will say, it's okay, sis. You're gonna be okay. And sometimes that is all you need to hear. It doesn't matter if there are more of us with doctoral degrees if we are not well, if we don't have the internal capacity to navigate the spaces that we're in, but also if we don't work to systematically change the culture of the environments that we inhabit.
Back in Missouri, Lincoln University acknowledging that there is more work to be done. Writing in a statement, This tragedy has forced us to grapple more fully with issues facing Lincoln and our individual students and employees, ranging from mental health support to employee work and relationships.
What do you think justice looks like for Dr. Candia Bailey?
I don't think it's possible. What we can do, though, is to try to create an environment where we don't have to have what happened to Dr. Bailey anymore.
For those who knew and loved Candia Bailey, they're calling on change in her memory.
I'm hoping that response would lead to a larger conversation around the country because so many women may be suffering.
If you or anyone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, free confidential help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call or text the National Lifeline at 9.
I'm learning how to love myself. I'm winning. Peace abides in me. I'm learning how to trust myself. I'm winning. True faith's guarantee. Every little step, every single day, love has made a way. I'm winning. For this vibe, I'm winning. I thank God I'm alive. I'm winning. There is food on my table. I'm winning. Love is always able. I'm winning. All I do is win, 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 win. Every breath I take, make no mistake. All I do is win, 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 win. Every move I make, it's a brand new day. All I do is win, 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 win. Every breath I take, make no mistake. All I do is win, 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 win. Every move I make, it's a brand new day. Running with the wind has taught me to win. Going through the fire has taught me to win. Rain and stormy waters have taught me to win. Thankful for this earth that's taught me to win. All I do is win, win, win. All I do is win. Every breath I take, no mistake. No mistake. All I do is win, 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 win.
I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This was a very impactful video. The first time I ever saw it, I realized what Dr. Candia Bailey, what her mission was and what her task was on this planet. So if anyone would like to chime in and discuss what they saw in the video or just has any comments at all, this is the time of the video or of the segment that we've appropriated for everyone to comment and express what their thoughts were. So if you want to put something in the chat, that's fine. If you don't want to put anything in the chat and you want to come into the live studio, that's also fine. I do see Sister Regina Robinson, one of the co-bill directors of the New Jersey chapter. I believe she would like to come in. Is that correct, Regina? Am I accurate there? All right. I'm going to bring you into the studio now. Hold on. Hi, Regina.
Absolutely. Thank you for hosting and presenting such a powerful footage of Dr. Candia Bailey and the impact this is serving on the workplace. I think it's important, and thank Jasmine and Harper for joining us as well, that we collectively work together to end workplace abuse. We all serve here for the New Jersey chapter and supporting the national chapter of End Workplace Abuse to pass legislation for workplace psychological safety in the workplace. There is so many layers of stress or that happens in the workplace when people just want to earn a living to support their families. And I would tell anyone and encourage anyone, if they are dealing with issues where they seek help. The broadcast talked about the 988 number to seek out the resources that you would need to, make sure you stay healthy during this process. I think each person in the New Jersey chapter that we've encountered, and I see one of the other co-bill directors, Asia, has joined us. So thank you, Asia, for joining us with regards to New Jersey, how we support. And there is a common theme in the stories that we're hearing, whether it's myself, whether it's someone else that has reached out and saying, hey, I'm just not sure what to do next. I'm at wit's end. And I would always start any conversation with documentation, making sure you document everything and then protect your mental. I start off every conversation almost the same, that it's important that you protect your mental space. It is something that's a long, drawn out, arduous process, and you have to be mentally strong to deal with it. So I just wanted to give that, but this is a start of many other or a series of conversations that we are going to have, and just wanted to open it up that if you are interested in joining the New Jersey chapter, you can reach out to us at endworkplaceabusenewjersey@gmail.com. It's End Workplace Abuse, all spelled out, nj@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to me directly. It's regina.ewanj@gmail.com. And we will connect you with the next steps. We are growing here in New Jersey. We are fast and ready to support the national chapter of End Workplace Abuse. And then we just have to do it together. It's power in numbers. So thank you, Daryl, for hosting this. And Happy New Year's, everyone. New Year.
Thank you, Regina, and I appreciate you taking time to join us as well. As I said, I've been a part of a lot of projects as the EWA National Podcast Director. This was one that really hit home to me. So I wanted to do a special um, dedication and honor of Dr. Candia Bailey, and just to kind of generate that conversation again, because that's something that we can't let years go by and we stop talking about it. We all know how that goes. After some time goes by, everyone forgets and everyone moves on. And conversation dies. And I think she was adamant on not allowing this conversation or this situation to be swept under the rug. So I appreciate everyone for joining in on this conversation and helping us to uplift our voices so that we can bring an end to this psychological work abuse stuff that's consistently going on. And one of the things that stood out to me in the video was just how consistent this is, particularly to women of color. She kind of spoke at a conference at North Carolina A&T in which she mentioned this and spoke about this in depthly. So if any of you have time, or I'm going to actually do another segment when we'll take a look at that speech as well. As a national podcast director, I've been gifted and blessed with the opportunity to present segments like this. So my next segment that I'm working on will be that speech that she gave at North Carolina A&T. So I'm not going to just stop with this celebratory and honorary thing that we're doing today. We're going to continue to let our voices echo her voice so that we can continue to work on this and understand what it is we're doing here. And I see that a lot of you have just joined, so you missed the video segment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it back for you guys because it's not really that long. Those of you who have seen it and would like to drop off, that's fine. But I'm going to, unless anyone wants to add anything, Sister Asia, I see you're in the studio. If Regina, you want to add anything before I end the broadcast before we play it?
Yeah, if I can just add one more piece that I think is critical and essential, with Dr. Nicole Hannah Jones mentioned, and the question was asked to her about, do you think it's possible? And her answer was no. And I thought that was so profound because when you look at it, but what she did say, but it's possible to create an environment where this doesn't happen again. And that is where we need to put our focus and making sure that collectively this doesn't continue to happen in the workplace.
Absolutely well said, Regina. And like I said, part of what I'm going to do, what my intentions are with EWA and the national team. And by the way, let me give a lot of thanks to the national team who is organizing today a rally all across the United States on behalf of Dr. Candia Bailey. So this is a small segment of what's going on nationally. So shout out to the national team of In Workplace Abuse who helped put all of these dynamics together. A lot of work and effort went into this, a lot of resources. Shout out to Andrea for her video January 1st, which kind of opened the door to these segments that we're doing now. So just a lot of love and our prayers and strength. And these go out to those families who are daring in dealing with this workplace abuse consistently and constantly and psychologically, just being devastated. It's definitely something that we need to give more light to. So in honor of that, I'm going to start the national podcast. We'll be starting in a couple of weeks, and we'll continue to bring you folks segments um, regarding workplace abuse and regarding Dr. Candia Bailey's story as it plays itself out. So with that being said, I want to thank you all once again for joining us. And on behalf of Regina Robinson, co-bill director of the state of New Jersey, I'm Daryl Finley. I am the national podcast director for In Workplace Abuse. And once again, Happy New Year and thank you for joining us.